Welcome back to Boilermakers for another beautiful day. Today we are going with our floral beach theme because it is summer today. At least it's letting you know it's hot as heck here in Texas. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Today we are traveling to the greatness that we refer to as Italia, as well as Texas's Bro Hat, Oklahoma. Talking about none other than Edna's Lunchbox, featuring some of the great Amaretto Italian whiskey.
That's not whiskey.
Yes, everybody knows that liqueur is Italian for whiskey.
No, liqueur is Italian for liquor. That's liquor with sugar and additive flavor.
You mean it's not?
No, that's not whiskey.
What the?
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
Do you want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic. It's fantastic. You can comb my hair and undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Yeah.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Ooh, ooh. Today we are going to climb the Rocky Mountains of Colorado to retrieve this elegant version of Coors, as you would say, the Banquet. Make sure you look for the yellow can. Just so we can be fancy with today's special, we're gonna add a splash of OJ. It's gonna blend together great. We're gonna have a great summer rockin' time. Let's see what's in store for us today. Hello and welcome to Boilermakers, the everything beer and whiskey show. Join me today on our journey to find the perfect combination of whiskey and beer. Yes, the gentleman's Boilermaker. Amor Amaretto. Capture the romance of the Italian courtside. Originally from Italy, currently distilled in Louisville, Kentucky. Are you sure this isn't a fucking whiskey?
It's not a whiskey.
Son of a... 21% alcohol by volume, 42 proof. Amaretto is known as a liqueur, meaning you can sneak it into just about anything. A liqueur is a specialty liquor with additives. This baby is laced with notes of bitter almonds and apricots. It will actually go great with any kind of fruit juice that you pair it with, especially great with your coffee and a little biscotti. Open it up. Beautiful, gold, brown, it's all there. Sugar, it's sweet. There's a lot of sweetness in there. Have I mentioned that it's sweet? Now it's time for the actual part of the show that I'm looking forward to today. It's when we actually review this Coors Banquet right here. Brought to us from the beautiful Golden, Colorado, brewed with wet water from the Rocky Mountains. This Golden baby is 5% alcohol by volume. Founded in 1873, German immigrants Adolf Coors and Jacob Schudler Adolf Coors and Jacob Adolf Coors and Jacob Adolf Coors and Jacob came to the United States and established a brewery in Golden, Colorado. The recipe was bought by a Pilsner-style beer from a Czech immigrant, William Czech immigrant William by the name of William Slodin. Banquet beer was the nickname given to by the Clear Creek Canyon miners who drank this banquet, who drank in banquet halls of huge banquet tents in 1937. Coors had a special spell of nostalgia back in the Great Depression, and they created this beautiful baby. They wanted to bring it back. This was their bright idea to get people's minds off of the Great Depression. The banquet, the elegant, the wonderful fanciness of America. Life is plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush me here and brush me everywhere. Head, what else could you ask for during the summer break? Pours so ever gently, as we can see here, the Coors Banquet, the champagne of beers. I expect nothing less but greatness for $7.99. It smells like beer. It tastes like beer. It's too good. It's champagne without all the bubbles. It's summer wrapped up all in one. It's the sand that goes up your backside and feels ever so good at the end of the night. You definitely know that they're related. They're great. It's champagne. This beer's wonderful. It's like that time that you heard Bop for the first time and you're like, these are three beautiful young ladies. So, what is needed today for the banquet of beers and of course the sweetness of sweet is a history lesson. This was created, this lovely recipe was brought to you by Miss Edna of Edna's Club and Restaurant located in OKC. This is a marquee establishment known to the locals of Oklahoma as a staple to their home state. Edna herself has stated that the creation may have been unintentional when a gentleman by the name of Scott was trying to make a Boilermaker and decided that orange juice was a good idea. This recipe actually calls for 6 ounces of gold. We're gonna fancy it up just a tad by making it the banquet, as well as 6 ounces of orange juice squeezed by might alone, as well as 1 ounce of God's sweet nectar, Amaretto, paired all together that we refer to as Oklahoma as Miss Edna's Lunchbox. We told you what it was. We gave you a little bit of a history lesson. We bring our saucy little boy forward, our double bubbler Boilermaker. We're gonna try our best by adding a little bit of danger to it. We take our banquet, the champagne of beer, and we pour ever so gently, and it's okay that there's a head. We add just a tad bit more. Now, Amaretto, we're gonna be wild, and we're going straight from the top. Half. Woo! We'll say that's half right there. Be dangerous. We take our orange and we sacrifice it to the good times that we will regret a little bit later. But hey, that's what the lunchbox is for. And we take this and we use everything we've used before and we squeeze. That orange is there, the sweetness is there, the sugar is definitely there, and the banquet makes you a little bit classy. It's like being drunk with a collared shirt on. Oh, this is great. It's sweet, it's juicy, it makes me want to shake them hips. It's like finding a perfect pair of underwear in a salty, salty beach. Like like all of this, like core strength, it's coming together. It's coming together. You ever like date your significant other and they picked out an outfit for you and they're like, this looks great, and you're like, it's coming together? I love it. I recommend it. You want to have a good time? Get these 3 babies together. That was a great idea. We need juice. It's summer vacation. Our math isn't quite great, so we use a jigger just to measure out. To recall the recipe, we need about 6 ounces of this beautiful foamy Coors Light. Actually, we're using the Banquet today because we fancy. That's 2. And 3. And of course, our 5 and 6. So we have our Coors Light. We follow it up by a little bit of orange juice right here. We measure once again. We have 2. We have 4. And we have 6 right here. A little bit of mess is never a bad thing. And of course, the beautiful sweetness that wraps it all together. We pour just a bit of sweetness with our Amaretto, and we're gonna cheat today by adding just a little bit more than 1 ounce. We have a lovely orange color brought to you by the golden Rocky Mountain of Coors Banquet, as well as some freshly squeezed orange juice. I really recommend that you juice it alone, whether it be from your arms alone or from a magic juicer. And we have nothing left to do but to dump it in. To you, summer break. Oh. Ah. This feels like that first day you got your fake ID. You knew you were 19, you had no idea what to order, and you said, you know what, put some orange juice in it. This is like the scratching post for a human being. You only want a little bit more and just to get into it. This is great. It's like when you decided back in the 90s that the sprinkler was an acceptable form of dance. I love it. What's really smooth about it, honestly, is the freshly squeezed orange juice to go with it. The sweetness of the Amaretto tops it all off like a cherry on a sundae. It's champagne. All of this mixes wonderfully together. Here's to you, Mr. and Mrs. Summer Break. Here's to you, to the break that you well deserve. That C+ average took a little bit of hard work. You knew you can do more, but you decided to ignore it when it came to this beautiful drink. Don't be so afraid to get that sand up you know where, to taste a little bit of that salt water, to go after that person with the bikini, with the swim trunks that are a bit too tight, because who knew that your mascara would be running today, that your eyes would be running full of tears from LA Looks, a horrible gel. To you, Mr. and Mrs. Summer Break.
Cheers!